Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you all know, or if you don't know, my name is Catherine Momo, aka Golden Catherine. And it has been a while though, and it's almost the end of this year, and then I decided to do this video for all teenagers. For you know, this is my last year of being a teenager as well, and I have 11 pieces of advice for all of you that are teenagers, or I don't know, if you're not a teenager, you can still listen to it and learn from it if you want to. Okay, guys, let's just go. So let's start with number one. Number one is don't rush to grow up. When you reach your teenage years, you might wish to be treated more like an adult, to be given more independence. Well, for me, most of the things that I see, or the things that I see, and most of the things that I experience, I just take them to be normal, because I'll be like, for me, like, this is normal, like, this is actually normal. It happen. Growing up, you might want to, when you're in your teenage years, you have lots of distractions, and you have lots of peer pressure on yourself. Sometimes you just feel like, oh, I just want to grow up real fast, and I just want to be, doing things that adults are doing, in terms of drinking, wearing more grown-up clothes and watching grown-up movies. You might want to do all of that. You'll be like, I just want to, because sometimes your hormones, I don't know, the adrenaline will be exciting you to do lots and lots of things that you're not supposed to do. Like I said before, because you only need guidance, and you only need somebody or your parents, to actually be there to advise you, and be there to tell you what exactly to do. Because at that point, at this point, or in your teenage years, it is kind of delicate or fragile. I don't really know how to say, but that is, you want to do some things crazily, or want to do things, you want to do everything crazily, and then something like that. But please don't rush to grow up. Just go at your own pace, and you will really, and that will actually allow you to enjoy your teenage years. But if you try and rush to grow up real fast, it is going to affect you. Point number two is don't try to plan your entire life out. Many a times, this is what I'm presently going through right now. It's often in your teenage years that you first start thinking about your future. You might begin to consider the types of career you want to have, or the lifestyle you want to lead. Well, the best thing to do is, you will you the best thing to do is, set out your plans, and and you would have your goals that you want to achieve. That is not a bad thing, but you know one thing you should have in mind is, you should learn to accept things as they come. Not all the time, but there are things that will not go as planned. So you will just try to accept them and work on them properly, because if not, you will just like tend to experience some kind of depression. Because when you have set your plans and your goals, and they are not going as planned, you start to feel disappointed in yourself, and you start to feel like maybe you are not good enough or something. But just you know just don't give up. That's the only thing. Don't give up, and don't plan your entire life out. Just set out your goals, set up your plans, and then things will go, and just try to go about it smoothly, if you really understand what I'm trying to say. And it will help you a lot in your teenage years, because many a times we just tend to fantasize about so many things: the house you want to build, the cars you want to have, and sometimes it will not go as planned. but you just need to work harder and believe in yourself that things will go as planned as you go through this life, because life can be so unfair sometimes that you shouldn't put specific time frames on major events. Like, you'll be like, at this age I would want to get married. Don't do that. At this age I would want to build my house. Well, for me, it's not like a really bad thing to do, but you know, this life this life can be so unfair sometimes. For you to be on a safer side, for you not to be feeling so disappointed in yourself, you just need to set your goals. Just say, okay, in the future I'm going to build a very big house and work towards it, but don't be putting specific time frame for things because you don't know what will happen. We're not praying for anything bad, we're not wishing for anything bad, but life can be so unfair sometimes. So that's why, to be on the safer side, you just need to set your goals and really work hard towards them. It doesn't matter if you fall 7 times, or it does. Point 3 is friends will come and go. Literally, don't take this very personal, because it is so normal. When growing up, you will have some certain friends that you will think that these friends are going to be by your side all through, even into your adult life or into your adult stage. That is not going to happen. As much as this may be upsetting to hear, you're going to lose some certain friends on the way. Some friends are going to leave you because after some time, the way you guys were before is not going to, because most of you will be growing up and you'll be like, some of your friends will be like, no, I wouldn't want you to be my friend anymore, because changes are going to take place and you will see that you might not need this friend anymore by your side, and it's so normal. But some of you guys would want to take it personal, because you'll be like, this was my friend, this was my childhood friend, but now he or she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. He or she doesn't want to associate themselves with me anymore. That is so normal. And as you go along, you also will find some friends that will just match up with the kind of energy that you have, and match up with your kind of mindset, and that is so normal. So don't take it personal. Not all of your friends will drift away, but some are going to go. And point number four is cool is just a matter of opinion. Well, most of us teenagers, we just tend to fit in because another person is saying this is cool. But don't you forget that cool is just a matter of opinion. Everybody has their own opinions about life, about dress codes, about how they do things. So cool is just a matter of opinion. So don't you try to fit in. The latest fashion trend is here. Everything is here, and then people will be like, this is cool to wear, this is cool to say, this is cool to put on, this is cool, and you'll be like, yes, it is cool. Everybody has their own opinions about life and about how things work, but you shouldn't be like, what people say is cool, you should follow. Don't be followers, please. Don't be followers, please. Just try to be yourself, because if you're going to listen to people saying this is cool, and you would want to say like it is cool because other people are taking it to be cool, and then you will be far off from being yourself. So literally just be yourself. Be yourself. And cool is just a matter of opinion. Everybody. Point number 5 is saying no is fine. Literally, saying no is fine. You know, as teenagers, we find it very hard to say no to our friends or to other people telling us what to do that we're not comfortable with. Just because we want to be on the same page as them, then we tend to like, okay, it's fine, let me just try it out. Yes, it's okay to make mistakes and learn from them, but what is really really bad is making a mistake, making a mistake that you're not supposed to make because of another person, like literally that is so bad. Like, that is so not cool, that is so uncool, and that is so really 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 bad. So saying no is literally fine. If you're not okay with something, say no to it, because you are not here to please anybody. You're just here to make your parents happy and, you know, please God. And to please God. This is my nephew Rashrin. Say hi. Okay, thank you very much. Point 6 is, you're not the only one who is anxious. You're not the only one going through what you're going through right now. The depression, the anxiety. A lot of teenagers are going through that as well. And what you should do is, in order to reduce the intensity of these emotions, you can just accept them and just, you know, accept the current reality that you're going through right now. Because if you are going to like take it too personal, it's going to affect you in the future. So you just need to know that you're not the only one going through what you're going through right now. A lot of teenagers are going through it, and just really accept what you're going through and just take it as the reality of life. That's the best you can do. Number 7. Point number 7 is, seek help when things get too much. As a teenager, when you'll be growing up, you experience a lot of things, a lot of feelings, you know, on thoughts of being a teenager. It will get to you. It will really really get to you. But you just need to seek help when things get really tough. If you have your parents or your sisters or your brothers, people you can talk to and explain things to, it can actually reduce the intensity of the too much things that you're experiencing in your teenage years. Just seek help and seek support. If you are having a problem in making a decision so critical, you can ask anybody in your family or people around you. It could be your friend. If they are very good at advising you, it can be your dad or your mom, and they will help you with things when it gets too tough. Advice number 8 is, stay open-minded to the views and opinions of others. Literally, advice number 8 is, stay open-minded to the views and opinions of others. As you grow older, you begin to form your own worldview, and you might have very strong opinions on certain topics, but that shouldn't hold you back. Everybody is bound to have their own views, but just stay open-minded, because you're not going to be always right. So you should just remain open-minded, or else you will just take others' opinion to be a personal attack to you. So in order to be at peace and not at conflict with people, you need to stay open-minded and to the views and opinions of others, so that you can learn from them and they can also learn from you. Advice number 9 is, your views will change over time. When you'll be growing up, your views will change about some certain things that you were taking very serious. You not take them seriously any longer, because you'll be, you know, going into your adult life. Things you viewed when you were a teenager, when you go into your adult life, you will not view them the same way you viewed them as when you were a teenager. So just have it in mind that your views will change over time as a teenager when going into your adult stage. Advice number 10 is don't aspire to monetary wealth. Some people, a lot of teenagers desire to be rich. Of course, it is obvious that everybody wants to be rich, everybody wants to be wealthy because everybody wants to have money, beautiful cars, to be like, oh, I have money, I have everything I want, I can buy everything. What you should know is that true wealth goes far beyond the realms of money. So do not aspire